Imagine a world without ice, a planet where the majestic glaciers, ancient ice sheets, and vast polar caps have vanished. This isn't a distant fantasy, but a potential future scenario, one that scientists meticulously study. Understanding this extreme outcome helps us grasp the profound implications of climate change. Our planet holds an immense volume of frozen water. The vast majority is locked in the Antarctic and Greenland ice sheets. Smaller yet significant contributions come from mountain glaciers worldwide. These frozen reservoirs play a critical role in Earth's climate system. They regulate global temperatures by reflecting solar radiation back into space. They also act as vital freshwater sources for billions of people. Their disappearance would trigger a cascade of irreversible changes across the globe. The most immediate and dramatic consequence of complete glacial melt would be a catastrophic rise in global sea levels. Scientists estimate that if all land ice melted, sea levels would rise by approximately 65 to 70 meters. This is a staggering figure, fundamentally reshaping our planet's geography. Coastal cities, home to hundreds of millions, would be submerged. Iconic metropolises like New York, London, Shanghai, and Mumbai would disappear beneath the waves. Entire low-lying nations, such as the Maldives and Bangladesh, would cease to exist. This unprecedented inundation would displace billions of people. It would trigger a global refugee crisis on a scale never before witnessed. Infrastructure, agriculture, and economic systems would face unimaginable disruption. Beyond direct sea level rise, the loss of glaciers would accelerate global warming through powerful feedback loops. Ice and snow are highly reflective, bouncing sunlight away from Earth's surface. This is known as the albedo effect. As ice melts, darker land and ocean surfaces are exposed. These absorb more solar radiation, leading to further warming. This increased heat then melts more ice, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of warming. The melting of permafrost, permanently frozen ground, would also release vast quantities of trapped greenhouse gases. Methane and carbon dioxide, stored for millennia, would enter the atmosphere. This would further intensify the greenhouse effect, pushing global temperatures even higher. The disappearance of glaciers would devastate ecosystems worldwide. Polar regions, home to unique species like polar bears and seals, would lose their essential habitats. The delicate balance of marine life would be severely disrupted. Ocean currents driven by temperature and salinity differences would be profoundly altered. The influx of massive amounts of fresh water from melting ice could weaken or even halt critical currents like the Atlantic meridional overturning circulation. This could lead to extreme weather shifts, including colder temperatures in some regions and more intense storms globally. Freshwater ecosystems would also suffer. Many major rivers, particularly in Asia, rely on glacial meltwater for their sustained flow. Their disappearance would lead to severe water scarcity for agriculture, drinking, and hydropower. This would impact billions of people, threatening food security and economic stability. The economic costs of a world without glaciers would be astronomical. Rebuilding infrastructure, managing mass migrations, and adapting to new climate patterns would strain global resources beyond imagination. Resource conflicts, particularly over dwindling freshwater supplies, could escalate. The cultural and historical losses would be immeasurable. Ancient coastal cities, historical sites, and unique cultural practices tied to specific geographies would be lost forever. Humanity would face an existential challenge, forced to adapt to a radically transformed planet. While the complete melting of all glaciers is a long-term scenario, potentially spanning centuries, its implications are immediate. The processes leading to this extreme future are already underway. We are witnessing accelerated ice melt, rising sea levels, and increasing climate instability. This hypothetical scenario serves as a stark warning. It underscores the urgency of addressing climate change with decisive action. The choices we make today regarding emissions and sustainable practices will determine the future of our planet. Understanding the full scope of this potential future compels us to act. It highlights the interconnectedness of Earth's systems and the profound responsibility we bear. The fate of our glaciers, and indeed our world, rests on our collective commitment to a sustainable future.